Where did this first come from? Where did the first arrow come from? This is what I do. Pieces and parts in an eternal thing of life. They also show up, okay, and I'm working on this design right now, and I don't know if you can see the corridor. Can you see that corridor? I'm not sure if I should hold the camera this way, hold the camera this way. How can I show you the depth? I connected from this area here, this area here, this area here. Maybe I can make steps. Maybe this is an entranceway. An entranceway. You see, when we don't look at pieces, you can almost see the entranceway and not know. By the way, the 25th letter in the second letter, 2-5 or 5-2 equals Earth. It also equals 77, which is the Christ. It also equals 5 times 2. 5 plus 2 is 10 and 7, 107. 107, but nobody really knows what that is, but that's okay. I'm going to mark it down. 107, right? Let's stand on 17. This is also going to create the Mars gateway. Mars is number 51. 3 times 17 equals 51. 1 and 7 equals to the Q letter. 10 and 7 equals to JC. It equals to JG. In French, the sound of the J is in the G, and the sound of the G is in the J. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2. 52 is the numeric value for Earth. At the same time, the E and the X come together also to create this design. But when you look at this design, okay, it's actually taking up this size of the E, right? The FedEx sign, the EX, comes together and shows an arrow. It shows it better on their picture than on mine. Give me a second. Yeah, you see the way they do it? They show you the EX on one side. So is there an arrow up here, an arrow down there, and we create the whole arrow? I end up with this design instead of with that design. There's a thickness to this. There can also be there's a depth to this. How when we see that graffiti art out there, that any art, yeah, I got a haircut. Still a couple of standing, yeah, a couple of men standing. When you have art is an expression of an interior or ongoing expression of light. When you look into the sky and you say, or you hear from the teachers telling us that light is 10,000 years old. It crosses the universe at such a speed, while the information, the designs that people do is lingering designs. Oh, you're going to stay on Earth forever. Hell is going to keep you here, and you're going to burn in hell. Because I believe the extension of the non-used spirit, the used spirit, the lost information from the Holy Ghost goes on and on and on, and it keeps transferring on to others of the same numeric something or other. I don't know what you call it. That's why we live in all different kinds of places. I can't explain that either right now. We live in all kinds. Maybe we don't want to overlap that vibration and then get distortion. Too many of the same value. Radio station 106.9. We're too far to connect with that. Now we're on 106.9 from New York. Now it's 106.9 from Burlington. I don't know. So the two stations go over, and all of a sudden you hear something different. Or I don't know how the radio works. Yeah, put a lot of facial expressions in this. Because imagine if you watched a movie that was only full of facial expressions. They even have a guy out there, and I always wanted to be special in one way or another. They have Tape Face. Look up Tape Face. He's funny as crazy funny, because you can understand what the guy's trying to do. So maybe in my expression you can really see how I'm getting into this. Oh my God. Just like they say, the bipolar person has a special look. The schizophrenic person has a special look. No, some say they have a special way of talking, of walking, of writing, of doing. information going so fast they can't handle it. And they let it control them, the extension of the vibration. All extensions of all vibrations. And I'm going to put myself on the line. Oh my God, I'm on the tip. I'm going to fall down. It has to go to the evil and bitter end so you can see the extension. So you can explain and teach the extension, but never do the extension, because the greatest thing in life is I can say everything I want, even if I never did it, and it could be a lie, but it's a lie in a story. That's the story of the truth that's written in a book that never happened, and you're hoping it never happens by anybody at all, and it's happened already, Jack the Ripper. It's happened already in movies, Terminator. It's happened already when you watch movies, how they're ripping off people's heads and smashing them with sledgehammers. But we should get back to numbers, because we were talking about Mars and 107. See how 107 got me a little lost? Is it 10-7? Is it the two worlds? What is the 10 actually telling me? But it's in the 100 position. But when you reverse the 100 position, the number that's in the 100 position is now in the 1 position. But the position in the center that is 0 will always remain position. I always like to call position 6, when I should probably be calling 0, 8. Why is 0, 8? Because it goes all around the center. Well, why should I call position 0 that number? Why can't I call it 2 or this or that? And 2, 4, 6, 8 is always in the center. Why did I come up with 6? Maybe I should just change it. But the thing is, we can't have a halfway house, the center, without having 6. And if you have 6, that is the light in the human. It is not in the light in the heavens, because it's within the heavens of creation that man lives. So he is 6. The total heaven is the 8. The total that surrounds the 1. Inside here, we have 4, 1/4. This one over here, we have nothing in the center. It's in the other side. It's showing me the half-life. And this place in the center here, I like to call that the 6th position. 1, 2, 3, 4, and these two are together in the center 5 position, making it 6. I hate it. I hate it, because 6 is actually equal to 1. You know what I'm saying? Can't call it the 7th gate. I just can't call it. You see what I'm saying? 6, 1 is the opposite. I need help here. Take me away. The letter S, but look at the depth. Look at the depth in that. We can actually go down. You see what that piece over here is going down, right? 77. You don't see the 77 connected with an L? Maybe that L is telling me the thin line of L for the thick line of 7, or maybe I should have put 7L7. Or can it just look like feet twisted on a body taking a walk? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, square in a square in a square. What is a square in a square, or a circle in a circle? Total 75. The red dot in the center of a green dot would say that the green dot has got a hole in the center. The circle, or the torus, has a value of 7. The empty space that's in the center of what they show, the donut, okay, has a value of 5, 0, which means the 8 is traveling around 5, notified as the 7th gate. There's more than one torus. There's I don't know, there's the center, what do you call this? The lock, and then you have the hourglass area. So you put the donut around that hourglass in the center. Then you have the 2 larger donuts on top and the 2 smaller donuts in the center. So I have to think, how do I have these whole donuts? How does that work? Or are they cream filled? And now I know you're all lost. What's this guy doing? I'm talking inside my head to myself, sometimes looking and trying to explain what I see in the art that comes to me. This is a 9-minute video that we did. I want to finish, that we did. I love this design. It's almost like connecting 2 C's to a donut. This design is also the percentage sign, which will come up with 6 and 9. You notice the way the 9 comes down this way and the 6 goes up this way, just because I don't have the, I didn't want to bring it all the way to the edge here. I should have brought these all the way to the edge. Anyway, 6 and 9 inside this donut, spinning around this. Energy over here, friction energies. You know you don't have to touch. If you have a little moisture on your hand and you're this far from a wire, like a spark plug, you're always getting that spark and that energy, that light. Let me go back to the Mars picture. Why is 107 Mars? Because 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals 7 equals 8. If you look at the deck of cards, you can add that up, and the total here is 1501, or just 15 for Mars. Mars 51, 1/4 of the 60 seconds on the clock. 10 and 15, okay? There's an equation that's 10 and 15. I think it's, is it 7 times 5 equals 35? No, it's 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 equals 25 equals 10 minus equals 35 and 15. That was the equation. That's another one that reaches the moon. I'm going to explain that. I can explain it here. 7 plus 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, 55. Just leave that out for now. I don't want to talk about that. I want to go back to this over here. 8 by 7 equals 56. 56 and 15 equals 71, and we're back to the same number we started again. Numbers are telling us we're just rotating. Everything is rotating, telling us a story. Where did we start? Where did we end? How come we don't have an answer? 7 times 0 is 0. There you go. Nothing and everything. 0. Nothing and everything. Everything inside and all around. What is 0? All around 1 and all of itself. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Stories and stories. Here's another piece I just picked up. 77 times 75, 5775, the year 2015. See, we had, on the other design, we had 1015, and there we have 715, and there we have, here we were working on the same equation over here, in this scenario over here. I was thinking in this design, this is what you could do and what you can't do with squares. Where is that? Right over here. Moon, Christ. Moon, Christ. 7 and 7, 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 7 and 5 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 5 and 3 equals 8 and 2. Cycle of the moon, 5 times 3 equals 15. I'm not going to divide it, but if I did divide it, it'd be 1 and 2/3, or 1 and 666. And that was an equation we worked in yesterday. Where does 666 show up? And I'm not sure if I got it in any of these books. Where does, I know I worked on it here. 666 divides by the number 1. And I'm looking, do I have it close by here? I don't want to take you on this run. Oh, I like that. Not finished that design yet. So I don't have it. No, I can't find it in here. Here's another 666. 37 by 18, which 666 and 234 make a 90 degree. All right, what's that temperature out in 90? And 90 is 180, and take away 18, 14, 194. Okay, the spirit in the delta. Anyways, I don't know what it is. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Don't go too crazy here. It would be nice if you can, help the channel, and thank you for watching this video.